Hi everyone, this is a review for Xtrons TD-715. It's a touchscreen multimedia head unit for the car, doubled in. As you can see, it looks quite neat and tidy. I'll just try and get my hand out of reflection. And I've had this in for a couple of days now. It's actually quite easy to live with, really easy to use. And just give it a little review, as there are no reviews out there. So as you can see, I've got it set up to display my car's manufacturer badge. I've got it installed in a VW Borer. A little tip for anybody with a VW Borer or Mark IV Golf, the USB, bear with me, if you want the USB cable in, you might have to do some fettling. It was too long with the USB plug in the back to fit, so I haven't got the USB functionality, but got everything else. So as you can see, this is playing a CD at the minute, and the controls down the bottom. So play, pause, stop, search backwards, search forwards, etc. And a couple over this way, which I don't really touch because they're to do with MP3 CD. So if you're using an MP3 CD, you can search through the folders, etc. Okay, so let's stop that one. I do like the badges on there. It's quite a nice touch and quite funky. So we'll go back, and this is the main menu. Let me just get it to full brightness so you can see it properly. There we go. So this is the main menu that you'll see when you first turn on your head unit. Date and time set at the bottom. iPod, USB, camera. So it's got a reverse camera functionality. So if you have got a little bit of extra cash and a little bit of extra knowledge, you can install a camera for reversing. So whenever you put your car into reverse, it will automatically come onto the screen with a nice little view. There's also a DVR camera functionality. What was I doing that for? No idea. There's also DVR camera functionality, so you can record your trips onto into the SD card that fits behind the screen. So basic functions: radio. It was nice and quick, nice and fluid. Okay, so at the moment listening to Jack FM in Bristol. Yeah. Heart. Never listen to Heart. Radio 1, which is about the only station that gets decent signal for all over the UK. So there we go. That's on the screen. Now, this I can't quite figure out why at the bottom of the screen we've got some Chinese characters and some English characters. So if I go back to Jack, alright, it does eventually come up with Jack at the bottom normally, with some Chinese lettering next to it. Not really much of a problem if you know what station you want to listen to. So, again, search for stations. What's that one? Yeah, so that's changing between FM 1, 2 and 3, AM 1 and AM 2. Okay. My only major complaint with the sound on it, I have to say, is the equaliser can only be changed when you're in radio, and it's only got presets. There's no customisable EQ, which is a bit frustrating. No idea what any of these are. Oh, obviously your traffic announcements, etc. Okay, go back. Right, go back again. So the radio stays playing. But if you go back to the main menu while playing a CD or your iPod, the music will stop. So, iPod. Got the wire down here. So I've got iPod Nano 5th generation. It's on hold. Right. Excuse the views a moment. So I've just plugged in the iPod. And there it is straight away. It's come up. Carl Phillips and Midnight Ramblers. Okay, so with iPod, the controls are not on the screen until you tap. So you tap, and you can skip tracks. Nightwish, nice. Goofy movie. Ah, Bon Jovi, there we go. So, volume. Why you wanna tell me how to live my life? Okay, so if I go back, I can go to my normal iPod functionality here. So it let me scan through. Don't know how much light you can see. It let you scan through all the albums you've got. Alright, so we'll go to a bit of Chocolate Starfish. So it's really quite quick, really easy to use. Back. And scroll through again. I only tend to have songs rather than whole albums. So D12 World, yeah. So I've got my band. There you go. Right, let's put a stop to that and go back. I'd love to be able to show you how the Bluetooth audio works, because it does work really well, but I'm actually using my phone to film, so that's maybe for another day. These do come, slight different model does come with a GPS functionality, but obviously they use the same what do you call it, software to run both models. Now, I do have one little complaint to show you. No, I don't know if it's going to do it now. I was just going to go back to the iPod because it wants to play some music. That's fine. Now, if I switch on the lights, it fades. Okay. No, my luck, it's not going to do it. Right, maybe if we turn the engine on. There we go. Okay, so it's obviously turned itself off because we switched the engine on. Okay. So I've got the lights on. Yeah, there we go. But there is a quick remedy for this. Now, what you need to do is before you switch your lights on, so switch the lights off and it just comes full illumination. Tap the illumination down here so it fades. Now I've just turned the lights on again, which you can see because of my climate control blue lights on, and it doesn't flicker. So that's the only complaint I've got with it with my car. Excuse me. Okay, so illumination when you've got the thing on the go. Right, okay, so you can change the angle. Single little taps on this button at the bottom to change it by a little bit, or press and hold it to change it by a lot. In the front, CD load and draw and SD card reader, and obviously when you've got a DVR camera attached it will record to that. When it's right at the bottom, press the button once and it all very cool, all very swish. Okay, so if I go along, now in the back you have got two auxiliaries which you can use for whatever you want to plug in. There's the DVR camera there. That's to set up the steering wheel controller, which you know, don't really need to do. Counter. Now this confused me slightly when I first investigated it. Why the hell have I got a calculator on a car radio? Hey look, it's boobless. Anyway, getting distracted now. Clear. Right, go back. So that's basically it. You can swipe along the screen to get back to the main bit. Bluetooth, the connection's good. I've had no problems making and receiving phone calls with it. Cuts the music out when you do it. So if you've got a Bluetooth device connected and you want to play music from it, so your phone, just tap on the music, see the headphones, and controls for it down here. It all works from the head unit, and it's very cool. So for the price, to summarise, I'd say for the price, it's really good value for money. I've had it for a few days. It's really easy to live with. It doesn't feel that cheap. It doesn't feel like an inferior piece of kit. I've used some of the Kenwood head units and things, and they don't feel much different. Again, this is nice and fluid. Just press and hold the button and switch it off. And that's that. So that's the Xtrons TD-715. Overall, about a 7 out of 10 for effort and design, and it looks really good in my dashboard. So hopefully this has helped you out. I actually bought mine from a place called Audio Scout on eBay. It's a little shop up in Leeds, and their service was excellent, and they will ship to anywhere in Europe, so I'd recommend them. So that's it for this review. Thank you very much.